Good morning and welcome to Take Your Life Back Today show with Ralf Friedrichs. Today we're going to talk about 7 drugs that even your doctor wouldn't use. Of course, plenty of the MDs do know which of these drugs, prescription drugs, aren't good for you, but yet they keep giving them to you. They keep prescribing them to you, so we'll discuss the 7 drugs that even your doctor wouldn't use. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Dr. Luis Gonzalez from StartingPointMN.com, where he will help you go from your addiction to your recovery, step by step, hand by hand, 24 hours at a time. He will never ever talk about your past, nor would I as an addiction recovery coach, because the most sensitive issues are from your past, and we don't want to do anything to give you a reason to have a relapse or a stressor or a trigger. You can call him at 844-414-8444. That's Dr. Luis Gonzalez from StartingPointMN.com, and he can also turn you, that's right, you, into an addiction recovery coach. If you have passion, personality, and professionalism, and you have some sort of addiction background, whether it's battling with your own or maybe helping other people, call Dr. Luis Gonzalez from StartingPointMN.com at 844-414-8444. Tell Dr. Luis Gonzalez that you saw his name being mentioned on the Take Your Life Back Today show with Ralf Friedrichs. Give a shout out to GlobalEyeglasses.com, where they are focused on saving you money. Global Eyeglasses has frames as low as $6 and they go up to about $69. And what those frames include, folks, are single vision, standard, non-coated, clear plastic lenses, a cloth, and a case. All that is included in the price at $6 and up to $69. Now you might ask, Ralph, what if I need progressives? What if I need line bifocals? What if I want transitions or photochromatics? What if I want polarized or I want my lenses to become thinner? Folks, GlobalEyeglasses.com has all that, and they offer all that at a savings compared to a brick and mortar place, which charges astronomical prices for glasses these days. These glasses from Global Eyeglasses are drastically less, about 80% less than your brick and mortar building, freestanding store that you would find in your local malls, your local shopping strips. Go to www.globaleyeglasses.com and let them focus on saving you money. And here is the great thing, folks. As many of you have already known and have done already, contacted me at 631-599-0218 or also at 844-405-HELP. You have come to me knowing that I've been in the optometry field for 30 years and had me help place your order. You can still do that by contacting me at 631-599-0218, and I will help you with your prescription. I'll advise you the best frame for you, the best lenses for you, so you will be able to get the best for your money. Contact me at 631-599-0218. Go to www.globaleyeglasses.com and let them focus on saving you money. Also, I want you to please go to my websites at www.clearviews.info, www.clearreform.com, and www.takeyourlifebacktodayShow.com. All my websites are dedicated to fighting the drug epidemic in the world, globally, whether it's in your city, your state. It is information throughout the world on addiction and recovery. How best to fight your battles. What is out there that will help you fight your battles the best way. Go to any one of my websites, but more importantly, go to my website, www.takeyourlifebacktodayShow, and see all the latest episodes, read my biography. All that is available there. Call me if you need any help 24/7 at 844-405-HELP, and I am here to help take your life back. 7 drugs doctors wouldn't even take. These drugs are prescribed to you, are recommended to you by your doctor, but the funny thing is, why will they not take them themselves? Why will a doctor tell you to take a certain prescription, a certain drug, knowing its side effects, but they would not take it themselves because they're too smart to do that? The first one on my list is Advair. It's asthma medicine that could make your asthma deadly. Advair contains the long-acting beta-frominist, which I don't even know what that is, but supposedly what it does, it just hurts your lungs and your intake system as far as any inhaling. So Advia is not great, it's not recommended, but yet a doctor gives it to you, but yet a doctor will not take it. Avandia is number 2. Its diabetes is destructive enough on its own, but if you try to control it with rosiglitazone, better known by the brand name Avandia, you could be heading for a heart attack. The reason? Avandia might retain fluid or raise artery clogging. So Avandia, it is, a drug that possibly could clog your arteries or make you retain fluid, which could, in result, and I only say could, in result, put you on a path for a heart attack. Why is it that a doctor will not take Avandia, but yet tell you to go ahead and take it? Another one is Celebrex. Super aspirin is what they call that. Celebrex is now better known for its side effects than for its pain relieving powers. The drug has been linked to stomach bleeding, kidney problems, and liver damage. Those 3 by itself are caused possibly by Celebrex. Celebrex could possibly give you stomach bleeding, could possibly give you kidney trouble, and could possibly give you liver damage. K-Tech. Most bacteria in lungs and sinuses don't stand a chance with K-Tech because K-Tech is very strong. But it has been known for severe liver side effects. Again, I ask you this. Why is it that your doctor won't take it, but yet, listen to this, but yet he tells you to take it? That is known as K-Tech. The other ones now, these some of these words are pretty hard to pronounce, but Prilosy and Nexium. These are heartburn medications. Heartburn can be uncomfortable enough the way it is, but yet, let me read this again. Heartburn can be uncomfortable, but heart attacks can be fatal. I hesitated there because my writing, sometimes you can't even read your own writing. Heartburns can be uncomfortable, but yet heart attacks can be fatal. That is why the FDA is looking into the link between cardiac troubles and acid reflux medications like Prilosy and Nexium. It is those medications that have some sort of link between taking the medication and heart failure, heart attacks. This one is a huge one, especially in the optometry field. Visine Original. How can your eyes be harmed by these drops, you might ask? And a doctor is telling you to take it. Visine gets out the red, but it does so by shrinking the blood vessels. Now, do you want your blood vessels being shrunk? Well, that's exactly what Visine is doing. This one is a really tough word to pronounce. Sodiodipine. Forget that the decongestion can be turned into meth. People with heart disease or hypertension should watch out for any legitimate drug that contains sodiodipine. I think that's how you pronounce it. But pretty much what they're saying is that you can turn this my dog over there, I apologize for barking. Hold on a second. Pugsley! My dog wants to be part of this video. If he could, he would do photo ops right behind in the background here. But anyway, what you need to understand is that you can turn this medication into meth, into a drug that can be ingested in so many different ways. So, pseudoephedrine. Forget that this decongestion can be turned into meth. People with heart disease or hypertension should watch out for any legitimate drug that contains this. Folks, these are 7 medications that either were prescribed by your doctor or recommended by your doctor that you go to the pharmacist and you purchase at the pharmacy. My question to you is, why is it that it's a proven fact that most doctors will not take any one of these 7 drugs themselves? There has to be a reason. Of course, plenty of medical doctors do know which prescription and over-the-counter drugs are duds, dangerous, or both. So ask them, which meds would you want to take yourself? If your doctor tells you to take Advia, ask him, do you take it? Ask them if they take Avandia, Celebrex, K-Tech, Nexium, Visine, or pseudoephedrine. Ask them if they take that, because if they tell you they know, then you should ask them, and you're allowed to ask them, why would you want me to take it if you don't take it? Now, it's one thing if they don't need it. Or you could ask, would you take it? That's even a better question, instead of just asking, why do you take it? We'll go over the list one more time. The first one on my list, these are 7 drugs that doctors wouldn't take. This is first one is Advia. It's asthma medicine that could make your asthma deadly. Advia contains a long-acting beta agonist. So that's a medication that a doctor probably would not take. Avandia is number 2. It's diabetes is destructive enough on its own, but if you try to control it with rosiglitazone, better known by the brand name Avandia, you could be heading for a heart attack. The reason? Avandia might retain fluid and cause artery clogging. Next one is Celebrex. They call this the super aspirin. Celebrex is now better known for its side effects than for its pain. Relieving powers, the drug has been linked to stomach bleeding, kidney trouble, and liver damage. K-Tech. Most bacteria in lungs and sinuses don't stand a chance with K-Tech. That's how strong K-Tech is. But it has been linked for some liver side effects. Next one is Prolicy and Nexium. Heartburn can be uncomfortable, but heart attacks can be fatal. That is why the FDA is looking into the link between cardiac trouble and acid reflux medications. Another one that you need to be careful for. Folks, with the acid reflux, it is so important that you watch what you eat also, because I have had the worst acid reflux in my younger years, and I don't take medication for it. What I do is I avoid certain things. I avoid the sauces and the yeast and bagels and stuff, and that it really does help me, and maybe you want to look into it. Visine, the original. So many doctors recommend this. I'm in the optometry field. I hear it all the time. But the problem is that the way to get the red out is by shrinking the blood vessels. So why would you want to put that onto your eye? And then the last one is sodiaephedrine, which forget that the decongestant can be turned into meth. People with heart disease or hypertension should watch out for any legitimate drug that contains sodiaephedrine. That, I finally pronounced the word properly. Oh, great, I should get a prize. But these 7 alone should make you be very aware of what's going on, because ask your doctor if he prescribes any of these. Ask him, would you take any one of these? And if they say no, ask him why. And also ask him, are there alternatives to your Advias? Is there an alternative to Avandia, to Celebrex, to K-Tech, to Nexium, to Visine, and to sodiaephedrine? Ask them if there are alternatives, because tell them that you saw on someone's show that these drugs have certain side effects and certain dangers. Tell them what you saw and see how your doctor responds. Talk to your pharmacist, and if you can't ask those questions, take someone along to your doctor's visit that might be able to help you decide which medications are safe for your situation. Folks, it all comes down to, in life, is time management, quality of life management, and of course, medication management. Keep in mind that we all have a legal drug dealer living within our home, and that drug dealer is called the medicine cabinet. The medicine cabinet contains many different prescription drugs that you have either not used or are presently using. Problem here is that if you keep addictive medication in that medicine cabinet, and you have addicted people that live within your home, you need to be careful, and you need to lock these things up, because you need to keep them away from the addictive people. There is no reason that you can't lock away pain medication or any addictive medication. It all starts with you just taking care of it yourself, because if you leave it in your medicine cabinet, that medicine cabinet becomes a legal drug dealer, and if you have addictive people in the house that have addictive personalities, that will become a problem. So you need to be careful, and you need to educate your children on what drugs is allowable to take. And the only drugs that are allowable to take are the drugs that are prescribed by a doctor according to what the doctor says how to take those drugs, and only for the time that the doctor tells you to take those drugs. Those drugs should not be taken at a leisure when you feel like taking it. It shouldn't be taken in different amounts than what it says, and it shouldn't be consumed with any sort of alcohol. These drugs that are prescribed by a doctor are prescribed for one reason only, and that is to help you. You are not helping yourself by taking drugs and drinking alcohol. You're not helping yourself by taking double dosages or less than the dosage recommended. You are hurting yourself, and it is up to you as a parent, as a grandparent, to educate your kids to follow the instructions on any medicine bottle, to follow the instructions of a doctor, and to follow your instructions. And it is also your job and your duty to make sure that you take those medications that are addictive, because you have addictive personalities living within your home and locking them up. It all starts with you, really, at home. You as the parent, you as the grandparent, need to figure out how to be the best role model. And the best role model is to lead by example. What you do is what you're going to have your children see that you do, and your children are going to copy. They have the monkey see, monkey do attitude, and they look at you as the hero. They look at you as the role model. So if you drink, you smoke, you use profanity, and you physically abuse other people, your children will think it's okay to do that. What you should be doing is showing your children how to love, how to show respect, how to show compassion, and how to show some sort of passion towards other people. That is what you should be teaching your children. You should not be teaching your children that smoking is okay, that drinking is okay, that using profanity is okay, or that physically abusing is okay. Because if you are physically abusing anyone in your home, that needs to come to an end, and it needs to come to an end immediately. There is no room for physical abuse in anyone's life. There is no room for not being a proper role model in anybody's life. Excuse me one second. Pugsley! These dogs are usually they don't do this during my show, but today for some reason he feels that he wants to bark, and I do apologize. But anyway, it all starts in your home. Let today be the first day that you are going to show your children, you're going to show your grandchildren that you are responsible, that you are a good role model, and that you are the hero that your kids want you to be. The hero that doesn't smoke, the hero that doesn't drink, the hero that doesn't use profanity, and the hero that would never ever revert to physical violence. Show your grandchildren, your children, that their hero loves, that their hero respects people, shows compassion and passion towards other people. That way, when your children and your grandchildren are 18, and they go into this rough, terrible world we live in, they will be prepared with the ingredients that you have supplied them, called love, respect, compassion, and passion. They'll hopefully take that with them into their life for the future. And know this, that you made the right choices how you raised them. Don't ever want to see your children on Jerry Springer, Maury, or Steve Wilkos, or Bill Cunningham, and your children blame the parent for the physical abuse that they're doing, the sexual abuse that they're doing. They say, well, my parents did it to me. It does not make it okay. Here is a chance for you to have those changes before it gets too late. It's to show them, starting today, that you are that role model. You are the hero in their life. Show them. And remember that a sober today, I guarantee you, will give you a better tomorrow. And if you want to start changes, big changes start with very small steps. Step by step, day by day, changes will be coming. And that's if you want them to. Changes do not come without putting time and effort into. Changes don't come without rolling up your sleeves and diving right into those changes. It took me a very long time to get to this point in my change in my transformation from addiction to recovery. It takes a lot of work on your part to do that too. If you want to start now, today, not doing drugs and alcohol anymore, it's not just merely saying, I want to stop. You have to stop by first admitting you have a problem. If you drink alcohol every day and you do drugs every day, you have a substance abuse problem, and you need to start changing that today. There is possibly no tomorrow for you or for me. Remember, each and every night when we go to bed, that when we wake up the next morning, God is allowing you another day on this beautiful earth. Remember this also, that there are people that go to bed that might not never wake up again, that they die in their sleep. Or there are people that just now, as we speak, are taking their last breath somewhere in the world or closing their eyes for the last time. But did those people have time for change? Was anyone out there to tell them about change, to recommend different things in life to change, to tell them that all changes can happen with those small steps? Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But it doesn't matter, because at this point it's too late for those people. But the good news here is it's not too late for you. You have an opportunity to make those changes today. You have an opportunity between you and your higher power to admit you have a substance abuse problem, if you do. And you have that opportunity to come with an action plan for change. Part of that action plan is to change the social environment that you're around. Maybe people are drinking and doing drugs around you that you need to disassociate yourself with. Changes come with finding a social support network. Your AAs, your treatment centers, my methods, or anyone out there in churches, or there are so many people. There are so many people that have what you and I have. There are so many people that have what your neighbors, your cops, your priests, there are people that are walking this face of the earth that to you look like they are the most normal people, that have the demons of substance abuse within them. Those people might be seeking help right now. Some of those people might not be. Some of those people just haven't hit that phase in life to admit that they have a problem. And that's exactly what I'm saying, because sometimes you never get that chance. For that person that might be getting behind the wheel saying, I'll change tomorrow, gets behind the wheel and is drunk and hits a telephone pole. They didn't have time for change, did they? Because they didn't make those changes. For the person that's going to bed somewhere in the world right now that's saying, okay, I will work on this tomorrow. Changes didn't come if you go to bed and you never wake up. Remember that after all of us pass on, people at our wake, at our funeral, remember us from our last couple of years. I don't know about you, but I would never ever want to be remembered as an alcoholic. I don't want you to be remembered as an alcoholic or a person with substance abuse. What I want you and I to be remembered as is the person that seek changes and got changes. The person that was able to turn their life around, to see the changes of life, and to show those changes, because actions speak louder than words. For an example, if you're watching, you say, okay, I'm going to change tomorrow. Well, it's your actions that are going to. If people see you not doing drugs and alcohol anymore, that is called actions. Those are actions. They're not just words, because anyone can say we are going to change, but it is walk the walk, talk the talk. It all starts with you, and I hope to God these 7 drugs that doctors wouldn't take, that you're not taking them without speaking to someone. Don't take the Advir, don't take the Avandia, don't take the Celebrex, the K-Tech, the Nexium, the Visine, or the Sodiaphedrine without speaking to someone. And if your doctor wants you to take them, ask him would they take them themselves. And if they hesitate with the answer, then you have your answer. Ask for a substitute. Investigate the substitute. You can Google any one of these drugs and put Advir/side effects. Advir, dangerous. Avandia, dangerous. Google that and find out for yourself what the dangers are. Folks, I hope to God that everyone starts thinking positive, including yourself and everyone in your life. Because when you and people in your life start thinking positive, positive things will happen. That I promise you. It's when you think here positive, positive things happen out there. And if you want those changes in life, you need to work very hard at them. No change comes by chance. All changes come in very small steps, but you need to make those steps. And the first step is to admit you have a problem. The second step is to seek social support groups. Third step is to disassociate yourself with people that might be bringing you into the alcohol and drug lifestyle again. And then the other steps just follow. That is working on your health, working on your spirituality, working with your financials, working with your job. All that will come, but all big changes happen with small steps. Remember that a sober today, I promise you, will make a better tomorrow. And teach your children to say no to drugs and alcohol. It is so important that you teach your children that, because drugs and alcohol will, and I repeat, will kill, if not you, someone as we speak right now. Folks, I hope to God you all have a great day, but more importantly, I hope to God you have a sober day. And let me help take your life back by calling me at 844-405-HELP or texting me 631-599-0218. Have a great day.